What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Today we've got a fun one that has been aging, and I don't know if it should have been aging, but guys, it's Bell's Brewery. It is the infamous, the Oracle. It is a double IPA clocking in at an astonishing 10% ABV. An intensely hopped double IPA that is sure to make you as all-knowing as Pythia. It's just a matter of interpretation. So, a little bit of backstory. This beer is 6 years old. It traveled from my old house to my new one, and it was not refrigerated, but it was kept in a dark cellar, aka my basement. So, was this aged properly? I'm not sure. I did chill it for the last 24 hours, so it is ice cold right now. I thought this would be best for drinking it. I hate drinking IPAs that are warm. It doesn't make any sense. But just to clarify, this beer is literally 6 years old, almost to the day, packaged on 7/6/2018. The Oracle was an infamous beer that Bell's brewed, I don't know, maybe once a year if they were lucky, from like, I don't know, 2000, late 2009 to like 2018. So just, again, a disclaimer, this beer has not been in production since 2018 to my knowledge. I have not seen this, and let's be honest, things have changed in the 2020s. Bell's has been sold out. Larry Bell's gone. It is a larger corporation now, but guys, this was back in the OG days still, when Bell's was still Larry Bell owned, family owned. So I did look at my old review. I reviewed this 2 months after it was put into distribution, so I do have a video of more of a novice take on things. It was one of my first like 20 reviews I had done on my channel, if I'm not mistaken, and I did like it back then, but my palate really wasn't accustomed to big West Coast beer, so that's what this is, a big double West Coast IPA, double IPA, whatever you want to say. So how will it taste 6 years later, guys? It's fun. This was the last bottle. Why not break it down for fun? Why not review it? It's 6 years old, man, and you can't get these anymore, so I thought it would be fun to review this with you guys. So, again, I have reviewed this before, but it was when I was much younger, and it was when I was much thinner. Better looking individual. But yeah, we got the cool Oracle cap. You won't see that anymore. Obviously, this is a special beer with a special purpose. So let's go to the pour. And again, I didn't get a big pop when I went to that cap coming off, guys. So let's pour this. It's looking like muddy. Oh, muddy amber orange. Woo-hoo. Oh, man. That is dirty mud. Definitely orange. Definitely an amber complex. Has the color changed? I don't think so. I believe that's how it looked in my other video. I did my last review in the dark, so that was stupid. But there is moderate carbonation streaming to the top, a little bit of an off-white head, outer ring creaminess. I don't think it's too fancy. It just looks like a monster, muddy Dipa. Guys, is this going to be good? It's unlikely, right? It's very unlikely, but this is for funsies. It's a cool review just to break down. And again, you can never get these anymore unless they decide to redo this beer someday. I don't know. But again, this is back when Bell's was still OG Bell's. So let's go to an aroma. So, orange, but it's cardboardy orange. It smells definitely oxidized. I'm not going to lie. A little bit of like wet paper, a little bit of wet cardboard. There is still some hoppiness, and I'm still getting like an orange resinous pine presence. It smells still kind of hoppy and sweet. There's like a caramel sweetness. It smells like a terribly done West Coast IPA from 2000. So it smells like a OG malty West Coast Dipa from 2004 that definitely isn't up to today's standards. So it's got the maltiness, it's got the not so bright aromatic fruitiness, it's got this old touch to it, really malty caramel hoppiness. But again, it smells kind of oxidized. We're not going to lie here. It's an honest thing. It's been aged for 6 years. It's a frickin' Dipa. Should this be aged 6 years? Probably not. But guys, let's go to the taste. The Oracle, the infamously done and gone Oracle. Cheers, cheers, bells. This is for fun. Still hoppy. Still grassy and piney. It's ice cold. It's really hoppy still. Wow. That's kind of a blast from the past, guys. I'm not going to lie. So there's still orange rind. There's still some resinous pine just hanging onto the palate, just gripping into my palate on the back of my tongue, back of my throat. It's super hoppy. Pretty malty, though. Like a little bit of an oxidized malty cardboard. But that's to be expected. I wouldn't say this is too bad at the end of the day from how old this is, or for how old this is and how it was stored for a little while, because it wasn't always refrigerated. So there's a nice floral touch to this beer still. I'm still getting some sort of flower and perfumey sweetness, but it's still pretty well balanced actually with the hoppy bitterness on the back end. So it's not too sweet. Definitely a malty, little bit of caramel cardboard, but it's not that bad in all honesty. Like, I feel like there is still some intense and decent balance here from start to finish. Yes, it's sweet, it's big, it's 10%, but the booziness, not really apparent on the palate with how cold it is right now. Would I want this to warm up? Absolutely not. But I am somewhat stunned, guys, that this still tastes pretty good. 6 years later, it's not bad. I mean, this is a beautiful take on the West Coast still. And again, is it a little bit oxidized and a little bit maltier, cardboardy, wet soil than I probably like? Just a little bit. It's really not too bad. But obviously the hops have degraded a little bit. They don't pop as firmly. But I'm still pretty shocked, guys. This is not bad. I could drink this with relative ease. Again, florally sweetness, caramel sweetness, malty kind of caramely touch. There is a little bit of that hoppy, perfumey, floral. But again, I'm still overwhelmed with how balanced this beer is from start to finish. There is a beautiful resinous, piney bitterness on the back end, offsetting a lot of the sweetness here. So it's resinous, pithy, orange and tangerine predominantly. I will say there is a florally, rindy grapefruit pith and skin. It's not juicy. There is nothing juicy about this beer. But I'm definitely stunned at the balance and still the drinkability at 10% 6 years later. It's really good still. I'm kind of upset that I'm enjoying it because I felt like I went into this kind of biased, like this is going to be a piece of junk, and it's not. So to sum things up, yes, it's degraded a little bit, but how could it not after 6 years? I will say the hoppy presence still there, the West Coast feel and vibe still there and ever firm on the palate. A little bit of flower perfume, a little bit of caramel sweetness, a little bit of malty oxidized cardboard, but very minimal compared to what should have been here today, guys. So at the end of the day, I still think this is crazy, fantastic. I think I rated this like a 3.85 to a 4 somewhere early on, and I still think I would put it there if this was fresh. I think this would be an awesome rendition of old school brewing technique, intense hoppiness, and beautiful balance. So I think like in today's standards, had this been fresh, I probably would have been like a 4.25, a 4.3. Just for the novelty and infamous meaning behind the Oracle at Bell's, family owned at the time. But from today's standards and a little bit of the degradation in this beer, I mean, you know, 3.85 degradation, and I wasn't even going to rate this, but I'm blown away a little bit that it's still solid at the end of the day. Should have been much worse. Sweetness kind of creeping up on me, cardboard, soily wetness kind of creeping up on me. So, you know, it's not fantastic as I continue to drink it, but I will say, not bad. So guys, it was the Oracle from Bell's. Wasn't even going to rate it, but 3.85 out of 5, oxidized, still kind of tasty. Call me crazy, but yeah, 7/6/2018, and today, June 26th, 2024, it's like jumping through a time loop, guys. OG Bell's, I miss them. I love them. Still love Bell's, but miss the OG Bell's. So guys, till next time, cheers, Prosiamus, and again, remember to drink that good beer when you get your hands on it. Cheers.